Good morning all. Mr. Fix-It coming back at you with another video. This is on the Evopex shark bite fitting. This is it right here. Okay, can you see that? So this is like for your supplies under the sinks in the bathroom, in the kitchen, you know, wherever you may have a water line. This is half-inch PEX. Okay, so be aware that this can only be used on PEX. Now, this is a Home Depot seed review. I do a lot of Home Depot seed reviews, but see, I don't do videos on all of them. Usually, if there's a point that has to be made about that item, which there is with this one, I'll get to it in a minute. But some of the reviews I send through, I just write the review and I just send it through. But others I do a video on. Most of the ones I do a video on is because I find the product, very interesting, or there is a point that needs to be made with this product before you buy it or before you try to install it. This one here is PEX only. So be aware of that. PEX only. So you're not going to buy this for copper or anything else. Also, on the instructions, now I haven't tried it yet, which I will try. This says this is non-removable. Okay, so you want to be sure when you make your installation, everything's perfect where you want it, where you're going to stick it. Okay, so this is supposed to be non-removable. So when you're gonna have your supplies. I don't know, when you look under the sink, they're either coming out from the floor or they're coming out from the wall. Okay, so either way you can make this product work. And it comes with a collar. Okay, it comes with this collar, because sometimes with the PEX, okay, you don't want the valve sticking out a foot out of the floor, or maybe you want it right on the wall. You want it to be, right against the wall so it's not sticking out and flopping all over. It's all, how pristine you want it to look. Okay, with this one, when you push, if you're familiar with the shark bites, when you push them, sometimes you got to hold the pipe and push it, okay, especially with PEX, okay, because unlike copper, the copper stays where it's at. Usually put a clamp on it. You can put a clamp on these too, but sometimes this PEX is going to move around. So what they've done, they give you a collar, okay, and the collar, I don't know if you can see on there, the collar has these little teeth on it. Okay, so you put this collar on. When you get it up against the wall, you put this collar on. Okay, this collar also, if you remove it, you broke it, because these teeth will get ruined, because naturally it's going to be in the wall and you're going to have to pull it the opposite way that it's supposed to come. Okay, so I'm not going to push it all the way on. Well, I can push it all the way on because it's not in the wall and I can push it through. So I'll show you. This is going to go on against the wall. Okay, so you're going to need enough room to put your fitting on. Okay, this will hold, this will hold it against the wall. Okay, so you're not going to be able to push back on this, allowing you to take the shark bite fitting. Okay, and you could take, this also has a sleeve on it. Okay, so you can see the thing. Make sure you have the sleeve on before you push it on. Okay, so you're going to push this thing on, okay, onto your pipe. I'm not going to push it on because I want to use this valve later. And it says it's not removable, so I kind of trust that. Now the old shark bites, you could take your adjustable wrench or whatever and it had a little collar on it. You push back on it and it'd come off. This one here is different. Okay, so you got your collar here. That's going to keep it from pushing in, and then you're going to push this valve on. Okay, and like I said, once this valve's on, you're not going to get it off. So make sure you have it in the right spot. Make sure you don't push this thing on further than you need it. Okay, I've already pushed it here, and remember, if you take this off, you ruin it. So it's done. One time, done. This is going to go on. Like I said, this is not removable, so you're going to push it on to where you want it. Okay, you push it in. There's on here. Okay, I don't know if you could see it, but there's a little notch on here. This spot's open, so you're going to want to, this area, this right here, this part open, you're going to put that back toward the wall so you can't see it. But also you can spin that around because there's little notches here. It's hard with this light. See the little notch right there? Okay, there's a little green sleeve inside here that pops into there to tell you, there's a couple of them on there, there's like 4 little notches. That's going to tell you that you have this thing installed properly. Okay, so you're going to push this in onto the pipe. Okay, and remember, you got to have this sleeve on there. Okay, try and put your sleeve on so you can see one of these openings. Okay, so you see that opening right there. You're going to get a little green color in there when you know you have this thing pushed on properly. Okay, so it does tell you when it's installed properly. So remember, this is the one I normally use, because usually 1/2 inch is what they use coming out of the wall. You might use 3/4 in the wall, but usually on your separate supplies they have they decrease it to 1/2 inch, and so you're going to have the 1/2 inch coming out, and then your 3/8 you're going to have for most of your standard hoses and all that hook to your fixtures, and most of the fixtures will have a 3/8. So you're going to take, this is a compression right here. So if you put a hose on there, naturally you take that off and just stick your supply hose from your fixture onto here. Okay, so that's what you want to be concerned about with this. It's the Evopex Shark Bite, only good for PEX. So it says it in the name, Evopex. Okay, non-removable. The collar, once you put it on, it'll hold the pipe in place against the wall so you can't push it. Now once you take this off the opposite way, you ruin the teeth and it's done. So you can't reuse it. So make sure, take your time when you're installing it. Make sure you got the pipe where you want it. You have the right, when you push this collar on, you want to make sure, even mark it with a permanent marker or pencil or something. So you put it on exactly where you want it. And then I think, don't take this for sure, but I think that it's like a 1/2 inch that you need at least sticking out here for this to fit on totally. I would leave 3/4 to 1 inch and then leave your room to push this on. Once this is pushed on, it's non-removable. So you want to make sure you have everything where you want it. You push it on. If you got it properly, you're going to see a green right in that little notch. You're going to see a green, I guess there's like a green washer in there or something. That green, when you see it in that little notch, you'll see the green color. That means you have this installed properly. Okay, so if you pick this up, be sure to watch this video. There's a couple things you need to know or you're going to be wasting your money. Okay? It's, you know, I mean, shark bites are always a good product. I always like them. Most of them that I've installed, you know, even 10 years ago are still fine. So, most of these valves, this is a quarter turn. I like the quarter turns because you don't have to keep winding them. You just turn them 1/4, okay, and it comes on full. The other valves you got to keep turning. I hate that. Just get the quarter turn. And also when you know it's facing down, you know it's on. Okay, it's just like kind of like a gas valve or anything else. Okay, when it's even with the pipe, it's on. When it's perpendicular, it's off. Okay, so I hope I covered everything. It is important with this. You're going to waste your money because I don't think they'll take it back if you got it all hammered up and everything. So make sure you know exactly where everything's going. Take some extra time when you're preparing. Make sure you got this right. All right, guys. Hey, Mr. Fix-It coming at you. Like, subscribe, share the video, okay? Subscribe. I've expressed this before. I want to do lives. I need a couple more 100 subscribers, so that's what I'm looking for. And there are a lot of useful videos on here. I try to cover a vast majority of subjects. So if you have any questions too, leave them in the comments. I try to get back to you within 24 hours because I know you don't start a project and finish it in 3 weeks. You kind of like want to get it done right away. So I try to make that convenient for you. Like, subscribe, share. Mr. Fix-It coming at you with the Evopex quarter valve for your water line. Thanks for coming. I'm out.